problem in the universe. I'm Maddox. With me is Dick Matt.
Hello.
So we nailed
We
the.
should say you should. Let me give you some intro tips. All right.
Okay.
Are you open to intro tips?
Let's hear your.
I have a
tips.
problem with your intro already for the biggest problem in the universe.
Well, wait. So we should explain what the show is.
Yes. Go ahead.
So the show is the biggest problem in the universe. We are going through a comprehensive list of all the problems in the universe, and we throw them up on the website so you can rate them. And we will have at the end of the series, which is never, you will have a comprehensive list from start to finish of all the problems in the universe in order. And so we already have a problem.
I already have one problem.
let's
This is
hear the
not.
problem.
So each episode we're going to bring two problems
Yes,
to the
two
show,
problems each.
and we're going to debate them in detail because one of us is an idiot and likes to bring stupid problems in to every show.
Dick does not like to flatter himself when he talks about himself.
Yeah, and the other guy's you. Here's my first problem. So let's try. Welcome to the biggest problem in the universe. Maddox, best-selling author. How about that?
Thank you.
Possibly the first. I'm gonna say the first satirist on the internet was you.
One of the early ones for sure. Yeah, I would have to go back and check, but
I'll put you up with Sean Baby. I don't know, maybe
Sean
a bunch
Baby's
of other
great.
people. But
Yeah.
were you in the dial-up age?
I was in the dial-up age. Yeah, that's how I used to connect to the internet. Is with dial-up with QModem. Is an old DOS program.
Nerd.
yeah.
Okay, so we've got a dial-up satirist, one of the oldest writers on the internet, a true founding
Pioneer.
father.
Yeah, I'm a pioneer of the internet.
of internet writing. Maddox, best-selling author, Alphabet of Manliness. I'm better than your kids.
Right.
There's got to be another book in 10 years that I'm forgetting. Is that?
There is. There will be. There will, also. There's a.
That was a joke. That was a joke. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then me, Dick Masterson, Men Are Better Than Women. There you go.
Men are better than women, and we've actually worked together on a lot of different projects. Actually, we've written together. We've actually sold a couple of shows, and they've gone nowhere.
Yeah, they were great though.
Absolutely fabulous, fantastic shows. Not fabulous, they are fantastic.
Okay,
So
should we get to the problem?
let's get started.
My first problem, which is the biggest problem in the universe, hands down, is you.
Of course, here we go.
Maddox, Okay?
Isn't that the same as your first problem you mentioned at the beginning of the show?
Yeah, that's a great example of
Yeah.
why you're such a problem.
big problem.
And now I have, so I'm going to specify, this is not a problem for me. Like this is not a show of personal gripes, right? This
Of
is like
course
a
not.
problem. This is a real problem for the universe.
This is a universal. Yeah, this is a problem that people would have in the real universe that would affect actual people.
Yeah, because I have a litany of problems why you are a problem for me.
A litany. Oh, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
I am a big pain in your side.
Blatant disregard for time, for people's time, showing
Sure.
up hours late.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hours.
Are we
Minutes.
are we doing a podcast today? Maybe.
No, it's on my calendar.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dick.
All right.
Dick does not adhere to like the common accepted, calendars and time systems. Like, and he forgets to CC people on emails all the time. Those people are me.
Maybe is not a time. That's all I'm saying. So, but in a broad scope, like
Yeah.
in a universal scope,
Right.
I think you are single-handedly responsible for filling the internet with garbage.
Wrong. I'm sorry. You were wrong.
No, would you like to hear my explanation? or
Let's
do you
hear
wanna
it.
read the
I would love
problem?
to hear. Let's
Just
hear
a
it.
brief explanation.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. You made internet rants look cool.
Okay.
Like you made looking pissed off on the internet look cool.
Sure.
You're like the Marlboro Man of internet
Of
rants.
internet rants, just as hazardous for your health.
Yeah. No, it
Right.
really is. So people see you and think it's cool to get on the internet and swear a whole bunch and complain, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not funny. Funny when you do it.
Yes.
It's a bestseller when you do it.
Thank you.
But when I see it everywhere else, painful.
It's annoying. I hate to agree with you, just in general,
Yeah.
especially on this point, because I hate to consider myself a problem. But in this case, I will say this. I
Okay.
actually hate myself a little bit. I hate myself a
little
lot.
bit? Yeah, all right.
Okay, I
Let's
hate
be
myself
fair.
a lot, right. Because I feel like all these clickbait websites that I bitch about all the time on Facebook,
Like BuzzFeed.
like BuzzFeed,
Yeah.
and not
You.
just
That's you.
what.
I'm blaming you for that.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I am partly responsible for like the Upworthy style titles,
Yes.
which are very hyperbolic and clickbaity. And now everything is the best or the worst or the best you will ever see in your life. Or
It
will,
reminds me of an article entitled "The 11 Worst Songs of
of 2004.
2004."
Yes.
Yeah.
However, there is a reason that was 11, and that's because there were 11 tracks on the U2 album.
Oh, I know. I remember the joke.
Yeah.
I got it.
Well, I'm explaining for people who haven't seen it or don't remember it, which means you should probably stop listening to this podcast and throw yourselves into traffic. But the problem is everybody's doing this now, so it
Being
has
angry.
lost. Not just angry, I would say hyperbolic to an extreme version of hyperbole.
Yeah.
So it's become so commonplace that you can't just have a cute video of a dog or a cat. It will be the cutest.
Right.
It will blow
Or the doggest.
or the doggest.
Doesn't
And
make
it will
sense.
be well, nothing. I mean, it's become this like perverted cute version of extreme hyperbole. It is super annoying. I can't stand it.
So I think I win. Show's over. You're the biggest problem in the universe.
Well, thank you for listening, everyone. I guess tune in never. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's
Go.
Okay.
What's yours?
my problem. My number one problem today. I wouldn't say this is the biggest problem in the universe, but it's definitely on the list. And it's crying. I think that crying is a huge problem
Crying
of any kind.
in baseball.
There's no
Dude, do you know how much crying? Like, I'm on board. First of all, like, how much crying professional athletes do?
That's like all they do, right?
That's all. I think that is all they do.
They cry about. You saw Pharrell on the Oprah. Did you see the Oprah clip of Pharrell?
Oh
on
my
there?
God. Oh, are you kidding me? I have never seen the closest I've ever been to watching an Oprah clip is watching myself on Dr. Phil.
Oh, that's a good point. Dick Masterson was on Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
Very hilarious clip. You should all watch it after you listen to this podcast.
I don't care if you watch. I don't get paid for that. Dr. Phil gets money for that.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Do
who
not support
cares?
Dr.
Go,
Phil.
Go. What did Pharrell do on Oprah?
He cried on Oprah.
Yeah.
He got on Oprah.
I think it's worse that you're watching Oprah than crying on Oprah.
for research. So here's the thing. I have my Maddox feed on Facebook, and I see
Chock full of Oprah.
chock full of idiots.
Alright.
I've decided I've stopped pretty much unfriending people. Everyone's an idiot, and everyone's posting this stupid bullshit. So I watch it because
Yeah.
I that's what I do. I have to consume a lot of shit to see what's out there.
I mean, what else are you gonna do? Write another book?
Yes, but I have to see what's out there just to comment on it. And there was this clip with Pharrell on Oprah, and he cried. So crying seems like one of those things. First of all, a lot of my girlfriends have done it in the past.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah. You mean
100%.
there's one girlfriend you've had who didn't cry? I would be shocked by that. Not because of you, just because of girlfriends in general.
Yeah, I actually dated someone for about 3 months, not a single tear. And I even asked her, I said, listen, you got to be honest
That's a
with me.
long time.
I know. I said, you got to be honest with me.
Are you a robot or a man?
No, I said, are you crying secretly? Like, are you...
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, are you ducking off into a closet and then just like getting a good weep out and then coming out and you're fine? Like a guy would jerk off? No, she wasn't. She just wasn't crying for 3 months, and then after that, it was just waterworks after like nonstop. And I encourage it to a certain extent because for some people it can be cathartic. However, then I came across this article. They did some research, and there was a study.
Here we go.
Yeah, this is from the Independent, the newspaper, the Independent. They said that tears kill men's sexual libido. Their libido. It kills their sex drive.
Oh,
Did you know this is actually absolutely true? So here's a quote from the article.
Okay.
It says, smelling the tears of a woman can quell a man's sexual desire, according to a study that determined female crying can have a direct chemical impact on male libido.
I gotta go get checked out then. 'Cause I get the reverse of that.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like 2 Viagra's in one. Every tear.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
that's a real thing.
Yeah. Some people get off on that. So scientists have found evidence to suggest that tears from a weeping woman contain a chemical signal that can have a subconscious effect on a man's sexual desire.
So it's a boner killer.
Yeah,
Nice.
even if he's not witness to the crying. So that means just the scent of it. So here's the thing. This is actual solid advice to all the men listening. If your girlfriend cries into her pillow at night or into yours,
Mhm.
you guys are living together. Wash the
Or
sheets.
boyfriend. I mean,
No, this is only women's tears.
only women's
Only
tears?
women's tears have this chemical.
Whoa.
There's a chemical in women's tears that kills man's sexual libido.
Okay.
And I've actually experienced it before too. I've been smashing it, and then I get a whiff of the pillow, and I'm like, oh, there goes my boner.
You experience a sudden loss of essence.
Sudden loss of
Loss
essence.
of your manly
Yeah.
essence.
My virility.
Yeah.
Just
Okay. Well, I don't think that's a big problem.
really, you don't think it's a big problem to lose your sexual desire and not procreate and end the human race potentially because of women crying?
No, because apparently I'm a genetic anomaly. If anything, my crying, my pro crying genes need to be passed on to the next generation. That's what I'm learning here. All you guys are defects. This is where thumbs started. With a guy like me that had a weird finger.
No.
Yeah.
This is how all the syndromes started. All the syndromes were these kind of mutations. Where it's like, oh, one weirdo's getting off on this.
Yeah, he's cool.
So there have also been a lot of studies that say crying is beneficial. But here's the thing: crying is a tool people use sometimes to manipulate. So if people don't get what they want, they cry, just like children do.
I think that works on you though. Because that doesn't work on me.
Of course it works. I don't want to see crying ever. It's the worst. There's the hyperbole. It is like I cannot stand that shit. If someone's crying around me, I want them to stop or go away just so I can move on.
Dude, I really I don't care when someone is crying. Not saying that I don't feel bad if they're in pain, like if they're actually in pain, but if they're just throwing like a big histrionic fit, it does not move me to do anything.
Sociopath.
That's not a sociopath. If you know they're doing it on purpose, right?
But do you?
You
know. You don't know.
They're always doing
There
it
we
on
go.
purpose.
Okay.
All right, so Maddox can't get it up when his girlfriend's crying. Is that the problem?
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Ends procreation, end of human race.
Okay.
Huge problem. Vote for crying on the website, guys.
All right.
Not that big of a problem.
Here's my next problem.
What's your number 2?
So far, I'm in the lead.
Okay.
All right. This is a big problem. Guys asking other guys questions about their dog.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, I'll bite. How's that a problem?
So, well, let me tell you what happened here. I don't know how much backstory I want to give on this either. I came into possession of a little dog.
What do you mean? You kidnapped one?
No, I was babysitting it for a girl who I had banged. Okay.
So already you're screwing up.
Well,
you already banged her.
Yeah, but I wanted to bang her again that
Okay.
evening.
All right. Okay.
So I figured. Yeah. Okay. So she said, "Oh, I have to go to this audition. Then I have to go do a modeling shoot.
Okay.
So will you watch my dog?"
Yeah.
And my first thought is no. That's the last thing I want to do today.
Yeah, watching a dog is the worst.
Yeah, and especially it's a really poorly behaved dog, as you might imagine. It bites. She leaves the leash on it all the time, so it has no idea when it's going outside.
A bad dog, if you will.
It's a bad dog. It's
dog.
a cute dog. It's a great dog. It's just
bad.
trained improperly.
Okay.
Right? So I'm like, yeah, okay. Whatever. Yeah, leave your dog here. So I think to myself, all right, I'm going to take this dog out. And, what's the best? What could possibly... There's no better way to talk to girls than a little dog. There isn't.
Okay.
There just isn't.
I can't argue with you because you just said there isn't.
Well, Try to think of one.
What about just hi?
No, that doesn't work. Don't be,
Yeah, weird.
don't be crazy.
Who would
You
just,
don't
who would
do
just go up
that.
to a girl and say hi, hello, how are you doing? That's just that's weird.
Well, if you do that, wear like a cell phone around your head, or else they're not interested.
If you do, chicks will want to text on them all the time.
Okay.
So, okay, you have your little dog. It is a way that a lot of guys will. It's a strategy to meet women, sure.
Yeah.
And for guys to meet guys, I've seen that as well.
Well, okay.
Is that
here
where
we
we're
go.
going?
So
Okay.
I walk out with this little dog
Uh-huh.
who's like tearing around me like a tornado, and I'm trying not to choke the crap out of it because I'm in public.
Because
And-
you're in public. That's
yeah.
the reason.
And you gotta discipline it. I come upon like I'm not joking. Probably 40 models lined up to go on some like stupid audition.
Guys or girls?
Girls,
Okay.
all girls.
Uh-huh.
So I roll up with this dog, and I'm like, oh my god, jackpot!
Right.
Like I'm getting like that eye from the first 10 or so. They're like, oh my god, please come talk to me with that dog. And I'm like, okay, ladies, there's plenty of you. I'm not gonna go for the first ones in line.
Of
Like I gotta
course.
walk. I got all the time in the world here.
Yeah.
I got the cutest dog in the world. I'm gonna really pick the one of you that I want to talk to.
Plus, it's a dog that a girl owns, so that dog is pre-selected to appeal to.
Right.
Like it's a girl dog, right?
Right.
The girl likes the dog.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So you have the girliest dog
yeah.
in the girliest part of town with all the girly models and your girly hair. So what
And
happened?
then I hear from behind, hey, what kind of dog is that?
What do you mean behind? Some guy standing right behind you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm like, I turn around and it's this big guy
It's a big burly girl.
with like a big, he must have been doing like PA stuff for whatever they were doing there. But it totally threw me off. I was like, what do you mean? What kind of dog? What do you care? What do you care? Why do you want to know? Why do you want to know it's a pug? It's not, it's like a husky or something. I'm like, what are you going to do? What are you possibly going to do with this information? Why do you want to talk to me?
Exactly. He wants your number.
No, he wasn't gay. He
How do
definitely
you
wasn't
know?
gay. I'll tell you
What did his dick taste
because whoa, wow.
That's
So-
like, yeah.
I was thinking maybe he just wants to horn in on what I'm doing, right?
Could be.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, get out of here. What do you know? Another guy comes up. Hey, cool dog, man.
Mhm.
How old is he? I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea. And like the place I go in my body that makes lies that I can just tell them, like, oh, it's 3 weeks old or 3 months old. It was like totally empty because I'm talking to guys.
Right.
Like, I have no idea, you guys. This is totally messing me up. I got to get out of here.
These guys wanted your butt, and
Don't make this a gay thing.
This is a gay thing. It's totally a gay thing. Like guys talk to
Maddox.
Yes.
It happened all day. All day I was walking around with this stupid dog, and guys are coming up to me and asking me questions about it.
Dome. The only time anyone asks anyone about their dogs, unless they're with their partner, and sometimes even then, is if they want to hook up.
So
100% of the time. So those are all guys who just were interested in you.
you can't possibly be this obtuse.
I
You don't.
absolutely believe
You
that.
can't possibly think that. That's ridiculous.
Unless they have a stroller and they're with their husband or wife.
Maddox, that's absurd. You can't actually think that all these guys were gay and trying to hit on me.
I am giving you a huge compliment right now.
That's not a huge compliment. You're being ridiculous. It's absolutely not the case.
That's absolutely the case. 100% true.
Well,
Not a problem. Oh, I'm sorry that your problem is that you're so attractive to men.
No, here's the problem, because I think it's straight guys doing it. I think you're being stupid on purpose.
Okay.
I think that what this is going to turn into is guys just hitting straight guys hitting on straight guys all the time. And
Yeah.
that's the future. It's going to be you sitting at a bar
Mhm.
and a straight guy walking up to you going, "Hey, do you come here often?" And what are you supposed to do to that?
You just say, "Yeah, man, look at the game." Sure, maybe he's just trying to be friends.
Well,
I
yeah.
talk to dudes in
Yeah.
bars.
Oh.
Yeah,
So again, you.
I'm not hitting on them. We're broing out. Sometimes you bro out pretty hard. That's what happens.
Why do you want to talk to a guy at a bar?
Because he might be wearing the same or similar jacket to you. And this actually happened to me one time. So I
Yeah.
have this like badass American flag jacket. It's It's so fucking over the top, evil Knievel awesome. And I wear this thing around town. I walked into a bar one time, and Dick, I think I've told you the story, but I walked into a bar, and across the way, I saw another guy,
idiot in an American flag jacket.
another fucking badass in an American flag jacket, and we locked eyes across this bar, and we walked over, and everyone was like staring at us. We walked over to the middle of the bar without saying anything, unprompted. High five.
People stare at car crash too.
Well, this is a car crash of awesome. We high-fived and immediately broed out, and we started talking about our jackets and how cool it was. He made his own American flag jacket. Anyway,
So you guys, my theory's totally correct. You guys are employing pickup artist techniques to pick up other straight men.
I mean, we didn't have sex. You understand?
Oh,
that,
no. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand that I'm the weirdo here.
Yeah.
And that all these guys are now hitting on each other just to talk to each other?
No.
That's what you guys are doing?
Okay. Hitting on and talking are two different things.
No, it's not. No, it is not. It is not.
So I'm so glad you said this on the air, because this is what I want everyone to witness. Your insane thought process here.
I'm insane because
You don't differentiate. There is no such thing as talking. Everything you ever say is calculated to get laid.
No, that's not true. Because I thought about it.
Yes.
Because I was like, all right, I don't want to be too harsh on these guys.
Right.
Maybe I've done this. So I thought about the times I've talked to a guy this week. Like, I've asked another guy something this week.
Like for his number or something. Or...
No. What? Do you have something you want to get off your chest about this gay stuff?
If you want me
gosh.
to, I don't know, man. Do you want me to get it off my chest? Like, how do you want me to?
Okay, here's what I came up with.
Yes.
I asked the guy. I was in a coffee shop.
Yeah.
It's also a restaurant that I go to all the time, and this guy had what looked like a beer,
Right.
but I wasn't sure because it could be like a fancy juice or a tea or something. You don't know. So I said, "Hey, is that a beer?" And he said, "Yes."
Okay.
And I was like, okay, this is over. But then I was like, wait a minute. What if he brought it in here? What if you're not allowed? And so I said, wait a minute.
Whoa.
Did you get that beer here? And he said, yes. And I was like, unbelievable. I didn't know you could get beer here.
Okay. So here's the
End of conversation.
end of conversation.
I couldn't even look him in the eye.
So you screwed up before you even opened your mouth, because in your thought process you thought, "Wow, what is that? Juice or tea?" There was the possibility. You thought there was a possibility that he could be drinking tea. So
Yeah, of
you
course.
just put yourself in a position where you're asking a guy about his tea. Who's hitting on who?
Do you not understand the point of that
Oh, I
conversation?
understand the point of your
I wanted to
conversation.
know if I could get beer at that restaurant.
Yeah. Well, you could just say, "Hey, did you order that here?"
But I don't know if it's beer. Have you seen like a fancy beer bottle and a fancy tea bottle? They look exactly the same,
No,
except one is full of garbage.
tea
One is
bottles
full
are
of
like
dirt water.
the honest tea bottles where they're plastic and they have
There's
that
a
bullshit
lot.
label.
There's many different bottles of tea out there. Kimosabe.
Oh, I didn't know. There's so many different kinds of. I'm not a tea expert apparently, so you know all the different tea bottles. Well, I guess you don't, because you had to ask the guy for the beer. Basically, you hit on the guy.
Okay. Here's question number 2
Yes.
that I asked.
Yes.
I was at another bar. I was at a bar where I know they serve beer,
Right.
and a guy was walking around smoking.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute. Is this one of those places that just pays the fine and you can smoke inside?
Okay.
So I said, hey, are you allowed to be smoking in here?
What are you? Okay.
What are you so excited about?
That's just like such a like a policeman type. Like what are you, the librarian, the smoking police? However, I know where you're going with this.
Okay. This is a guy walking around a bar smoking. Do
Yeah.
you think he cares if he gets caught?
No.
No. So he said, no. And I said, okay, well, I don't want to get kicked out of here, so I'm not going to smoke.
Okay. No, okay, the second one was legitimate. So you think those guys went home and sat down and they're recording their own podcast right now and they're saying, man, I can't believe some guy hit on me. He asked me what kind of beer I was drinking. Or he asked me if I was drinking a beer.
No, because there's an easy explanation for that. He was wondering if he could buy beer here. When a guy asked me how old my dog is, what in God's name could he possibly do with that information?
Ask you for your number.
Yeah,
That's why people have
beyond the
pets.
gay stuff.
People have
Like,
pets.
forget about the gay stuff for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
This is a case of straight men peacocking in your case,
Mm,
like employing this hitting on each other
Yeah.
with other straight men. That's the future. That's the future. And if you don't think that's the future, you're dead wrong.
Dick, you don't know if those guys were straight or not. And we can only assume, since people generally have dogs, they walk their dogs, dog parks, and that sort of thing, to meet other people. So I think it's safe to conclude that those guys were gay and they were hitting on you. I assume. If I had a dog and someone wanted to talk to me, and I would assume that they want to get in my pants, unless there was absolutely no sexual attraction to me, or they were just like a dog nerd, which I wouldn't want to talk to anyway. I don't like dog nerds. Like, who cares? Okay, you got a fucking dog, great. I'm moving on with my life. I'm going on to the rest of the park, or just going home. I'll just get in my car and drive home.
You're part of the problem on this one.
Well, I wasn't hitting on you.
What's your last problem?
My last problem, and this is a big one. I think you'll agree with me on this one. Maybe not.
This is worse than your remorse over making your girlfriend cry is
Oh.
what causes
Oh, no.
erectile dysfunction, and not some goofy science explanation where their tears